Aren't we lucky to live in this century? At least compared to the last one, there's been so much progress. I personally am very happy about substantial human rights improvements, emancipation, and diverse societies. There is a long road ahead, though, as you know now. In this day and age, there are still millions of people excluded from having the same possibilities, the same access, and the same rights of physical inviolability. Imagine all of your friends go to cinema, and you are the only not going. That's what I realized is happening when I met a blind person for the first time. I could not believe that man can fly onto the moon, but that there was no solution for independent and individual access to cinema for audiences with sight and hearing loss. I expected that all the innovative technology already in place would get rid of barriers instead and empower everyone. Wouldn't it be great if these technologies could enable the maximum potential in everyone? Why do I care about exclusion at all? Because I know about being excluded myself. I guess everyone knows being rejected or excluded. I don't like it. I guess no one likes it. Who of you likes to participate and to belong and to feel accepted? That's what we deserve. For instance, in high-performing societies, it's quite likely that you get excluded because you can't perform anymore. In 1978, when I was only 5 years old, my mother, who was only 22, flew with us, her 2 children, from Eritrea to Sudan. I could not read yet, but I knew a lot about war already. About war, about fear, about loss. This was my life, and I didn't like it. I thought, if they're aliens and they're watching us, what are they supposed to think about humanity? When I was in elementary school, I saw that teachers rather help the good students instead of helping those perceived as weak. This was ridiculous. So my assumption was, okay, even those who have lived here all their lives are on their own too. They didn't get the full support needed to develop their skills. So I decided to become a teacher when I grew up. I wanted to support them as the wonder they are. And I wanted to be the teacher and mentor I was also looking for. Now, I was even better in school because I had a mission. I felt like being a supergirl. But interestingly, when I told others that I was going to dedicate my life to support others, they didn't take it seriously or worth pursuing. So that made me feel as if I lost my supergirl power. So I ended up studying business administration. I enjoyed studying business administration, though, but most of all, I enjoyed to go to cinema after class. During my last year, I had a crisis because I really didn't see my role in this business world. I didn't care much about selling cars, or shampoos, or fashion. I still wanted to do something meaningful, and that's why I felt rather attracted by the cinema industry. Cinema. Really? Let me tell you about the magic and necessity of cinema. Cinema is certainly the big screen, big fun and big adventure. But it can be more, though. It all starts when you enter the cinema hall. The lights turn off, and the lights on screen pull you into other worlds. You feel like and you feel for the hero. You go through the hero's journey yourself, with everything involved, from insecurity pain, and fear. But you also gain the strength that leads to a transformation, to a better self. By experiencing how the other person feels and facing his or her challenges, doors are opened and bridges are built. For those we would consider as total strangers, we can now comprehend the other nationality, the other religion, or even the other gender. I believe through this, cinema can help us to become smarter and braver and to face the challenges of humanity and do the right steps towards humanity. This is, to me, the power and magic of cinema. And also, I like the narrative of cinema. An ordinary girl can become a super girl. So I was so excited about the power of cinema, I wanted to shoot a film myself. In 2011, I had the possibility to shoot a documentary about an athlete which was preparing for World Championship. A blind girl who became blind only at the age of 15. She was number 2 in world ranking. I was so impressed of what she had achieved, and also meeting her was an eye-opener for me, because up until then I considered blind people as handicapped. But it's not the blindness, it's rather the barriers of daily life, what limited blind persons to participate in everyday life, which you and I take for granted. It was outrageous that this amazing person could not share my passion for cinema. And it could have been so simple, because the only thing missing was only a description of the pictures, which is called audio description. And audio description existed already. Only the simple-to-use technology was missing. So I decided to fix it. After all, I studied business administration. So I founded a startup, and we developed this solution, Greta, an app, simple to use, free of charge, where you can use audio description and subtitles wherever you like and whenever you like, independently. You just simply download the audio description or the subtitles onto your smart device, and in the cinema, it is synced automatically to the soundtrack. So after 1 year, we were ready to present it to a wider audience. And we were very excited. We had ambitious goals, and we achieved them. And we were very exhausted and proud. And when the film started, we thought something meaningful is going to happen. I think we even felt like being Steve Jobs and Elon Musk in one person. So the cinema was packed, and the audience was very happy. It was the first accessible screening for a blind and seeing audience at the same time. When the film ended, the audience applauded. We thought now we can truly enjoy our success. Something unexpected happened. The managing director of the Association of the Blind, who was asked how he found our solution, publicly said it was crap. Bam. Did he really went on stage and just publicly said our works was crap? We were working so hard. We didn't have any money. We once even lost our office because we couldn't pay the rent anymore. We went all the way, and now he doesn't like it? It was devastating. His reaction was especially confusing, as we received very good feedback at the same time. People really liked it a lot. Our effort was rewarded. We received funding, and we were working with big brands like, for instance, Universal Pictures. We got encouragement, and the film industry supported us. Many persons called us and told us that they are so happy about their new freedom to be able to access cinema with their children or spouse again. One lady called us. She said she was born blind. And when she went to cinema with our solution, sitting among all the seeing persons, she said she was truly happy to be alive. Another person wrote an email, a father. He was almost touched to tears as he experienced how easy it was for him now to access cinema with his deaf son. But the relationship with the Association of the Blind remained tense, though. Why was the relationship so tense? What was it about? I thought about it a lot and took it very, very seriously. What could have caused the rejection of our idea? And then, suddenly, I realized this guy I perceived as my antagonist, kind of the bad guy, was actually my mentor. He made me figure out that my view was narrow, and I did not see the larger potential of our solution. We realized that our technology could give access to many other audiences, like international audiences, excluded only because of language barriers. We could give access to international audiences, like students, immigrants, or other international audiences. They could access cinema in their language. Imagine, you go abroad. Wouldn't it be great if you could get to know more about the country you're visiting or the culture through cinema? Now our vision is that different people who speak different languages access the same movie at the same cinema and enjoy the same laugh, only in their individual versions. But my mentor was not done yet. He made me realize that I didn't understand that what I was doing may be a main obstacle in doing social work in general. Only reconfirming that these persons need the support of others. Instead of really empowering and including them into the solution finding and implementing process. When I put myself into his shoes, I realized that I look like a commercial business person who benefits of blindness, financially as well as in terms of reputation. Only now I understood how to do something that helps others grow and shine themselves. Remember, I wanted blind and deaf persons to enter the stage of life and to be the winner in the stand themselves. So that's why we decided to transform one part of our company into a social franchise and hand over the business opportunity to the associations of blind and deaf persons, and also give access to this non-profit social franchise internationally. From generating a product, we now generate business opportunities. From film users, the blind film users, they shift now to head of sales or head of software engineering. Soon, it will be common that blind and deaf persons themselves grow and develop their great business ideas. Today, I'm truly grateful for my mentor for showing me the path. We even, 1 year later, received an award by the same managing director. So this is how I started as a refugee and became a happy and adventurous social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is a very tough business, though. You really need to be determined, and you need to determine your goals every day. If you care for human rights and want to contribute, start your own hero journey today. Because this is only the beginning of the 21st century. And I really hope that this may be the century where war and human rights violation come to an end. I hope that this is the century where doing business is even more to benefit each other, and where all the hero children experience to be safe. if aliens are watching us, I want us all to be truly proud of this world. Thank you.